Hello, this is a walkthrough of Mastery Exam EL, Practice Version 1, problem number 4. And here we're asked to find the exact value of the solution or solutions to this equation that involves an exponent, e to the 7x power. The key concept underlying any kind of equation solving is how do we solve for a variable that's up in the exponent. We'll get to that in just a minute, but let's think about how we begin this problem here. I like to begin anything by just copying down the equation. 3e to the 7x equals 14. Now, with any equation solving situation, the idea is to just gradually undo the operations that keep x from being isolated. The first thing that is happening here is this multiplication by 3 times the e to the 7x. So the way we'd undo that is simply to divide by 3. So the first step would be to divide by 3. I'm going to move all this stuff over here. So dividing by 3 on both sides would give me e to the 7x equals 14 thirds. Okay. Remember, we do want the exact value of the solution, so don't try converting the 14 thirds to some sort of finite decimal approximation. Just leave it as 14 thirds. Now, the real question comes in here. How do I solve for the x when it's up in an exponent? I don't want to use a root. The idea here is to apply something that will undo an exponent to both sides of the equation, and that something is, in this case, the natural logarithm. Going back to something we saw in an earlier screencast, just remember the cancellation properties that would say that the natural logarithm of e to any power is the power. Now, if I apply the natural logarithm to both sides of this equation, here's what I get. Remember, this is not multiplication. I'm plugging two things into a natural log function. And those two things are just the two sides of the equation. So natural log e to the 7x is equal to natural log e, or a natural log of 14 thirds. Okay, there I'm just applying the natural logarithm function to both sides of the equation. Now the right-hand side of the equation is locked in. There's nothing more I can really do to simplify this. But the left-hand side of the equation, I can apply the cancellation property. The natural log of e to the 7x is just simply 7x. Okay, that's the a that you see over here. Okay, so now I have 7x equals this number, ln 14 thirds. This is just a number, by the way. It's nothing really special. So to solve for x, all I'm going to do now, and this will be my final result here, so I'll put it in red, is to simply divide by 7. So if I divide off the 7, I get 1/7 natural log 14 thirds. Or you could also have written that as ln 14 thirds over 7. Those are the same things, so they're equally correct as far as answers go. So how did that all work? Start with the equation, and I did one simple arithmetic step to get from here to here. And then I have to apply the natural logarithm function to both sides of this equation. That's in this line here. And then the cancellation property gets rid of the logarithm, and I can solve for x from there.